This message is for my Cancers out there, Cancer or Cancer cross watcher. I did hear something before I started your video. I wrote it down, and that was arm's length love, which is pretty self-explanatory. And from that, I gathered basically whether this is you or another. I'm going to say it's another person because I do feel like it's another, but you could be returning these feelings, this truth. I think it's a truth more than a feeling. It's true that you and another person love each other, but you can't be together. At least for now, at this time that you're watching this video. Could it change tomorrow? Could it change in the next hour? Could it change next week, next year, next month, 6 months from now? Absolutely. Everything changes, in fact. So don't get too discouraged by this message, but what I'm getting is there's a person who has kept you at arm's length. It may appear because of this that they do not love you. They don't really care about you. They never really did. They didn't mean anything they said or did. They were leading you on. I don't know how it's translated to you, their actions in keeping you at arm's length, unless this is reversed. But it's, oh, ambulance in the background. They have a lot going on. Somebody has more going on than even you realize, than even they've told you, let on. Maybe they know you've got a lot going on and they want to respect your space, your life, your peace, your energy, whatever, you know. But somebody is really in love with you, Cancer or Crosswatcher. Both of you are in love with each other. Both of you have deep, deep, deep feelings for one another. But it's like we can't be together. Now, if this is not romantic, because some of you are with the love of your life, you're with somebody right now, you love this person, or you're talking to someone you just started, I don't know. But this could be like family. It's like, you know what, I love you, but I have to love you from a distance. In fact, my biological mom is a Cancer, and that's how I feel about her. I love her. I appreciate her bringing me into this earth and not, you know, getting rid of me somehow or trafficking me off when she was doing her little living wild or whatever. She could have taken different routes than she did, other than giving me up for adoption, but she didn't. She gave me the chance of having a better life and having a life, period. She could have just offed me, but she didn't. That relationship is not a relationship and will never be a relationship. I've been very open about this before, but it's along those lines. If it's not romantic, guys, you may have had to keep someone at an arm's distance, or someone has had to keep you at an arm's length I can't speak. You get the point. Not because they don't love you, not because they don't appreciate who you are, what you've done, how you've been in their life, who you've been to them, but because they just have to. That's the way that it has to be, Could be a friend of yours. There could be a friend of yours that you don't necessarily hate this person. It's not an enemy. It's not somebody that you despise or holding some sort of grudge over. I don't even know why you're not friends anymore, but it doesn't really matter here. I think what the point is that you care for them. If they have kids, you care for their children, their child. Like, you want good for this person. You hope they have a good life, but you're not mingling your energy with theirs. You love them from over there, from over here, something like that. Vice versa. Let's speak as if it's romantic, though. If you are single here, there could be somebody who's been going through a significant amount of change or something in their life. Like, there's a lot going on. Again, I definitely pick up on that, especially with the ambulance in the background. I could still hear it. I think we actually have some bad weather coming too. Again, like another spout of bad weather, which is not surprising considering the season that we're in, at least where I'm at in the world. And it's just like they know they're going through some difficult times. They know they have more difficult times to face. And one, they probably don't want to drag you into that. Or they know you have difficult times you're facing and they don't want to drag themselves into that. Nor do they want to make your situation harder. Basically, somebody does care for you. If they've told you, a lot of them have not told you, but if they've ever said, I care about you, I think about you, or I love you, trust and believe they mean every bit of it. I don't believe this is a liar. They meant what they said. They meant what they showed you. But they also think that it's best if they keep you at an arm's length. Vice versa. You know what I was thinking about before I started your video? I don't know how this is gonna circle back around, but it's popping in my head again, so I do want to share this story. I don't think I've ever shared this story. Okay, so I used to work at a mall here in Nashville in Tennessee. If you guys have never been to this mall, you have to go. It's a whole vibe, okay? The mall is called Aubrey Mills Mall. There's a whole lot. There's the General Jackson, which it's like a boat you can get on. You can have dinner on the General Jackson. It's just nice. Like I said, the mall is a whole vibe. They have the aquarium restaurant. They have the Rainforest Cafe. Has like thunderstorms in it. But at the kiosk that I worked at the time, we had to wear all black. It was just more, you know, professional. Plus, I'm happy about that. I love black anyway. You'll probably see me in nothing but black. Every now and then, the occasional throw up of color I'll throw on. But anyway, my sister, our biological dad had already passed away, and we kind of split some of his ashes and then we buried the rest. She got a bag, I got a bag, literally a bag. When I say bag, I mean Ziploc bag of his ashes. And I could not find mine because I had moved so many times, like constantly moved. I've moved so many times, literally, like, I can't even, it makes my head spin how much I've had to move in my life. But it's fine, whatever, I just kind of surrendered to it, I guess, you know, it took me a while. Anyway, this was a really hot summer day. And I went to my sister, she also worked at a kiosk, but it was way away from me and it was a completely different kiosk. And I said, hey, can I have some of Dad's ashes? Just a little bit. I just want a little bit because I wanted to put them in a ring and in this necklace, right? I had like one of those little necklaces and a ring. I still actually have the ring over there somewhere, but it broke not long ago. So she's like, yeah, let me find a minute to get a break. When she got a break, we went to her car. She couldn't find them, okay? And her trunk was fucking trashed, guys. I'm talking trashed. It was so full of stuff in her trunk. And she goes, I think he's in my trunk. Yeah, like we can look. So she's looking in the trunk, okay? Mind you, this is a very busy mall in Nashville, like a really busy mall, and it's a lot of tourists come. It's always busy. Rarely is Aubrey Mills not busy. So we go out, we get out of her car because we're like suffocating in there, and we're looking in her trunk as she's going through everything. And don't hold me on this, but I'm pretty sure she found them, the little baggie of Dad, in her Bible, okay? Not kidding. She had him like pressed in there. Now don't hold me on that. It could have been a different book or somewhere, but she found him. And we went back in her car because it was a little bit windy, you know, and it was hot, and we didn't want to stand out there in the sun and divide him because people were going to think we were like dividing cocaine or something. I mean, it's just this powder substance in a baggie, you know? So we sat in her car, and we had a pill bottle, which, funny enough, I mean, he would have loved that, you know? But it wasn't anything. It was just like a Tylenol bottle or something. And so she got the pill bottle, only had a couple pills left in it, and we emptied the pills out. And she's like, just put a little bit in the bag, but be careful, don't spill him. So I opened the bag, and you know how you like tilt a baggie of something so that you could pour it out one of the sharp edges of the opening? You know what I'm talking about? Can you picture this? So I'm pouring it in there, and a little bit gets on my finger, and I'm like, ah! Oh God! And she's laughing, I'm laughing, and I'm like, ah! It has like a little, if you know what, like, human remains looks like when they're cremated, there's like little hard parts in them from like the teeth and I guess the bones or whatever, and that was on me, and I'm like, oh. And so what am I wearing? Black. And I wiped it on me, you know, because it's on my hand, and I put the top back on it, and of course it got on my lap, and so I'm like, oh no, Dad, oh my God. So we get out of the car, and I'm walking back in, and I don't have pockets because I'm wearing leggings, and I'm wearing like this, like, kind of what I've been wearing in my videos, kind of like that. So I'm like, where do I put them? So I stuffed them in my bra, because I mean, where else? I'm like, this just feels so wrong. I just put my dad in my bra. I've got him all over my pants. Looks like I just did powder in the car. There were people walking past us, and they're just staring at us because we're like, they're gonna think I did cocaine, and there's powder all over me, and it's just Dad and all. I feel so wrong. Like, I wonder what part of him it was. Was it his arm? Was it his fingernail? Was it his ear? I don't know, you know? Why am I thinking of that? I don't know. Pieces of me, the pieces, pieces of me. On a Monday, I am waiting. Tuesday, fading. That's a song, guys. Some of y'all are like, no, she didn't. Yes, I did. It's just, I can't help what I channel. I can't help what comes to me. That's a true story. My dad would have laughed. He had or my biological dad, rather. He would have laughed. He had a sense of humor. A fucked up sense of humor, too. And I guess I inherited that shit. I don't know. She did too, though. So, okay. On a Monday, I'm waiting. Ashley Simpson. That's Jessica Simpson's sister. Maybe y'all know it. Jessica, Jessica, Ashley, Ash. So do that. Maybe that's relevant for somebody here. You know somebody with that name, or maybe that's your name. Okay, so this song, Fall With You, I Fall So Fast. I can hardly catch my breath. I hope it lasts. It seems like I can finally rest my head on something real. I like the way it feels. Okay, so if I keep going, of course, Pieces of Me is relevant here with the whole story and the song. It's like you've definitely taken a piece of this person with you, or they've taken a piece of you with them, vice versa. You carry each other. Carrying your love with me. West Virginia down to Tennessee. Some of you, maybe West Virginia is relevant, or Tennessee, but let me just focus here. Somebody likes music, likes all kind of different ass music, listens to everything. You'd never know looking at them what type of music they listen to. Okay, vice versa, that's you. Liking it all. Maybe somebody speaks through music here. Anyway, they've taken a piece with you, of you, and you've taken a piece of them. Probably not ashes if you're watching this. Now, if so, then that's beautiful. If somebody does love someone here that's passed, you have their ashes, you carry them with you, something like that. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I love that. I love it. Like I said, I love the ring idea, the necklace idea, you know. But I think this person is in the physical still. And this person is basically saying, just because you don't hear from me, just because I don't reach out, I don't talk, just because it seems like I've kept you at a distance or I'm not thinking about you, doesn't mean that that's true. I don't want you to overthink anything. I don't want you to think you did anything, or that I don't like you, I hate you, I never felt anything. It's wrong. Don't assume. They're basically saying, I don't want you to assume what's going on with me. There's a lot going on with me, and in time I'll explain. In time you will know. But for now, I have to just kind of tuck you away. It's the only thing I can think of, guys. I can just tuck you away, and I've got to go back to work. I've got to go back to work. Maybe this person works a whole lot. If this is reversed, it's you. You know, it's, you think about someone, but you still have to take care of your responsibilities. You still have to work. You still have to grind, pay your bills. You know, you can't just, there's a lot, you know. This is not one of those messages where it's like out of sight, out of mind. On the contrary, it's like, no, just because I don't see you doesn't mean I don't think about you. In fact, sometimes I think about you so much that I have to try to get my mind off of you, you know. And didn't I tell you a minute ago that I had lost my ashes I had of him? So this could also be where someone feels like maybe the connection between you for the time being has been lost, but they want to reconnect. They definitely are going to reconnect at some point, or you are. If it's reversed, again, I think someone is going to reach out, is going to maybe travel, because we were sitting in a car. There may be some sort of travel or trip. It could be right down the road, or it could be a long distance travel. It could be like, I want to reconnect. It's just for now, this is what I have to do. So don't let how someone is on the outside fool you, basically. And hopefully they're not letting how you're being on the outside fool them, because both of you really love each other, okay? Romantically and not romantically. Love, friends, it's like, yeah, I've just got a lot going on, and I've been really busy, and, you know, somebody could also be going through some pretty emotional things too, like some really hard times, and they know that they have to get through it alone. It's just one of those things. They don't want to drag you into it. You don't want to drag them into it. So it's best if we just kind of keep our space from each other right now, and we'll come together when it's time. But we will come together. Don't give up. Something like that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.